Two 20-year-olds vanished without a trace, both in areas where one is a human trafficking hotspot and the other is a human trafficking corridor that preys on female tourists. No bodies, no evidence, no answers, and the official explanations just aren't adding up in either of these cases. I'm a true crime medium. I ask questions. I'm not here to solve the case and let the evidence always lead the path to true justice. But as a true crime medium that has worked on hundreds of true crime, cold cases, and missing person cases, I have a lot of questions. Sudiksha actually disappeared in the Dominican Republic, which is a country with one of the highest trafficking rates in the world. It is known as a corridor for human trafficking, where underground networks are established and filter out to other countries. Shtuka went missing in British Columbia, where human trafficking networks operate alongside these transient resort towns. Why isn't the human trafficking angle taken more seriously when it comes to investigating missing person cases? For example, Ryan, whose family, friends, and those who are concerned about his welfare have continued to go back to Sun Peaks every year for the last 7 years looking for any type of evidence that he's on that mountain, and they have never found a single piece of his existence on that mountain. Yet there was a claim that wasn't investigated by an individual that said that they heard a man yelling at the time of his disappearance, "Get in the effing truck." Why was that lead not further investigated? Sudiksha went missing at 4:50 a.m. in the morning near a beach in the Dominican Republic. It is a country with one of the largest human trafficking rates in the world. And it's interesting to me because I don't believe that she drowned. It's just my intuitive, when I connect to her energy, when I connect to her energy, I feel like she's still alive. And I know that's going to upset some people, but I don't feel that she drowned. I don't believe that they will recover a body from the water. I also find it interesting when I double checked my intuition by doing some research that the water where she disappeared has a reef around it, which is why sharks don't go into the area. So I suspect, and my intuition says, that she was stumbling and sick when another person who took advantage of this vulnerable moment where there were no other people on the beach could have convinced her to go with them, that they would help her feel better and get her medical attention. And I believe it could have been a weak moment for a human trafficker to take advantage of her. Now, by God, I hope that that is not the reality. I hope that she's found safe and alive, of course. But this angle of looking at how human trafficking could play into both of their disappearances is something that investigators need to take more seriously. A drowning could simply cover an abduction. And by the way, in Dominican Republic, a lot of human trafficking, kidnapping occur by boat. So it's very possible that someone could have come in by boat and picked her up as well. There were no cameras on the beach. So my question is, were they really lost and just disappeared, or were they taken? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Missing but not forgotten. Let's do our best collectively to crowdsource questions and to look for evidence to bring them home. If it wasn't for online sleuths, then Gabby Petito would not have been brought to justice and her body would not have been located. So understand that I believe in the power of the online sleuth, and that if you want to criticize people like me or people like you that actually want to investigate outside of what we're being told, then so be it. Because my perspective is, I want justice, I want answers, and I want to know what happened to these two beautiful souls. They deserve it. So share this video, because the more people who know, the harder it is to ignore.